How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel Take and Make. I'm glad you're here. In this episode we're gonna unbox and review Everlast MIG Welder, new addition to my shop. Also, I bought a new welding cart for it, so let's go ahead, unbox it, assemble it and get going. Got our manual, box with goodies, and the welder itself. Just want to mention that it's not sponsored video and I didn't get any special discounts for it. I just bought it with my own money and gonna make an honest review on it. Yeah, so it is Everlast Cyclone 200. Let's turn it around. Pop this up. It is a small size welder, but it could actually take big spool of wire that we're going to install. Let's see what comes in the box. It doesn't come in the package, I had to buy it separately. You can run this machine 220 or 110, but I don't think you can stick weld on 110. I'm gonna have to read the manual on that. We got welding tips, those are also separately, they're not included in package. We have our ground wire. This is probably gas line. And our MIG torch. And also a couple tips and a wrench. So they did think about it. And it also comes with gas regulator. That's really cool. All right, let's connect our ground wire. If we use gas, the ground goes on negative. And if there is no gas, flux core, the ground will go on positive. So keep that in mind. Now that's a really fancy socket, isn't it? Right on. I think it's time we assemble our welding cart so we can put on welding cart our beautiful welder, gas cylinder, and hook up everything. So this is the cart I got with lock-in cabinet. That's a lot of screws, man. Holy smokes. Wheels. More brackets. Shaft. And another caster. Boom. Man, there's like too many parts. Jesus Christ. Man, there's like hundreds of screws. That's the first thing I know where it's going. Keys for the door. Yeah. I mean, honestly, look at this mess. That's insane, isn't it? Go figure. Yes! Man, that looks like a welding cart. Surprise! Wow. Yes, sir, that's the cart. Okay, let's put our bottle, secure it, get regulator on it, connect everything, and we're pretty much ready to fire this thing up. Green welder, green bottle. Yes, sir. Alright guys, let's hook this up to power and then we can install our wire and also adjust the flow on our gas meter. Turn on. It's alive! Man, that's a fancy screen. So it looks advanced, but it's actually pretty straightforward. Right now it's set up to MIG C25, which means 25% of CO2. This one 100% of CO2, flux core or stick. We have C25 mix, and here we choose the wire. The wire I have is 0.030 or 8 millimeters. There you go, I chose that. And on this dial we choose how thick the metal we're gonna weld. It's starting from 20 gauge, 18, 16, 14 gauge, 1/8, 3/16. Quarter inch is the last thickness suggested by this welder using this wire. My practice material I have 1/8, so that's where I'm gonna leave it. And it suggests me using 18.7 volts and the wire speed 290. But I do have a little bit of the play, not much. 1 volt both ways. I can either make it 17.7 or 19.7. But the system suggests me to use 18.7 in the middle, right here. I can also adjust wire speed to 50 or to 30. So it's really good for dummies like I am to not put too much or too less voltage and have wire running too quick or too fast. Okay, so how to properly get our gas going. After everything's hooked up, we get our gun, we open the valve on a cylinder, all the way, and we press the trigger. Since we don't have wire inside, we don't need to worry yet. I press the button on this, and with this I can control how much argon mix I'm using. You see that metal ball? So I can either increase the flow or decrease. It recommends to start using around 20 cubic feet per hour. And when I let go on a trigger, it shuts off the valve, and you see the ball went down. So you're only using gas when you actually weld. Alright guys, now we're gonna install our wire. We'll pop this up. Before we do it, we wanna take off this nozzle and unscrew our tip. Now we're losing this. Boom. We're gonna install this big spool of wire, 10-pound spool, 8 inches in diameter. That should last me a long time. Nut, spring, the outer collar. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and cut the wire, and we're gonna feed it through this mechanism. Now we should be able to close it, let it go, tighten this a little bit, and if we did everything correct, we should get the wire going. Yay! Right on. Now we can put our tip back, tighten it, put our nozzle back. That's it. We're fully rigged and we're ready to get to welding. But before we do that, I want to modify my mobile working bench a little bit. So what I did, I bought a sheet of metal 1/4 inch thick, and we're gonna unscrew this vise, put this sheet of metal, fasten it to the plywood with screws, put the vise back, and then I'll be able to connect my ground wire to this table, and everything should work, including vise. Just put something in the vise and it's ready to weld. So yeah, let's start with demounting this vise. Alright, all holes are drilled. Now we're gonna go ahead and countersink them. So our screws gonna sit flush with the table. All right, let's hook up the ground and see if the table works. First, I want to see if the vise is working. We're gonna put this 1/8 strip of metal in the jaws and try to make a bead. Right on, wish me luck. Yes, we sure got ground. There you guys have it. My first couple welds. Man, I don't know, they still seem a little bit too thick for me. I'm trying to go quicker, not used to that wire pulling so quick. But those welds look really nice compared to the crop I was making with flux core. I mean, check this out for comparison. This is flux core in my hands anyway, and this is beauty to my eyes anyway. That looks like a bad ground. So there's a really good ground in the vise, but no ground here. Yes, sir. I'm gonna have to remove all this mill scale. Not with wire wheel though. That's way too much work. I'm gonna put some paper towels on it, soak it in vinegar, and cover it with plastic and let it sit for a day or so, and then it should come off easily. But let's try to assemble our box like I was planning. Wow, this joint is really nice. So the ground wasn't the best, but still I was able to pull off a couple good welds. A little bit of practice and I think I'm gonna be really happy with this machine, guys. Those welds are not pretty yet, and some of the pros will say they look like shit, but I don't care. I do see improvements in my work and I'm totally fine with that. That's why we have grinders and paint, to make us the welders we ain't, right? If you guys want to get this awesome hoodie, this is my brand new merch and it's available down below. Follow the link. Not only it could be a cool gift for somebody you know who's dealing with welding and fabricating, or for yourself, but it's also a great way to support my channel. I think that's an awesome design and you guys should have one. Anyway, got us a little square, and surprisingly it's pretty close to being actually square. Which is pretty cool. Right on, I'm gonna call it a day. We're gonna apply that vinegar on our welding table and we'll carry on tomorrow. So I let it sit for 2 days, guys. I hope my paper towels did not stick to the metal. Let's find out. Oh yes, nice and easy. Yeah, this mill scale is nice and loose now, guys. So I'm gonna put wire brush cap on my grinder and get rid of it in no time. Man, this table looks almost too nice to weld on it now. Look how shiny this thing is. It looks good, but let's find out if there's actually ground now. I have this scrap piece of angle iron. Let's see if we can put a couple beads on it. Not perfect still, but it works. Better now. Yes, sir. See if it's gonna catch it through the magnet. Yes, it does. Take and make. Okay, guys, let's try stick welding. We're gonna disconnect this loop and install this rod handle. And here we're gonna choose stick. So here on the left side we choose electrode number 6011, and this is 4 millimeters or 5/30 seconds. So I choose next one, 5/30 seconds, and here we choose thickness of material that we're gonna weld. I'll choose 1/4 inch material. Okay, so first I'm just gonna try to lay couple beads, see how it working. Right on. That's a really messy weld. I'm not sure why it's so wide. Let's try to place another weld. Let's try to weld those two angle irons together. Well, I got something looking like weld, guys. Sure ain't going anywhere. Have a little porosity here. but the rest of it looks alright. The other thing, maybe the electrode is too thick. I don't know. You tell me in the comments. I'll give it a couple more tries. Let's try to weld this piece of rebar. Okay guys, I think we're gonna wrap this video up. After all, it was only introductory review where I just touch base and see if everything works. Welding with gas shield, definitely a game changer, and real MIG beats any flux core, that's for sure. I tried stick, it was pretty fun, burnt couple holes, burnt a few electrodes. I may get deeper into that, where I get to weld some bigger parts where MIG is not gonna be capable of doing that. But for now I'll just concentrate on MIG welding. Thank you to the making to the end of this video. I hope I could keep you entertained. If you guys like this content, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscription to my channel. There's gonna be plenty of interesting content in the future. A quick reminder, go and check out my new merch. Links are down below. I wish you all the best. That's it for this one, and I will see you in next one. Bye now.